Be ready. 5 seconds. Start. I take it as an honor to have been called upon to release Shri Urmilesh's latest addition to the literature on Kashmir titled Kashmir Virasat or Siyasat. This is a commendable addition to his 5 other interesting volumes on various aspects of national life, which includes another volume on Kashmir, Jhelum Kinare Dahakte Chinar, a travelogue which has earned him the Hindi Academy Award. It is not easy for anyone to effectively blend the pressures of a serious journalistic career with academic and other creative interests. The very fact that it is his sixth work that I have the privilege to release this evening tells many things about Shri Urmilesh's creativity, his versatile interests, and his continuing academic quests without compromising on his commitment to the journalistic profession. Perhaps no other subject concerning post independence India, and in many ways the entire subcontinent, has attracted so much of attention and interest from within the country and the international community as has happened in the case of Jammu and Kashmir. It has remained one of the live and most complex issues for the subcontinent, provoking totally contrasting analysis and interpretation depending mostly on which side of the divide you belonged to in looking at the issue. The stark reality, however, is that the Kashmir problem still remains one of the biggest challenges before the country, significantly impacting the lives of the people of Kashmir besides different aspects of our national life itself. With my very meagre acquaintance with Hindi, I know I am not the right person to comment on the quality and content of the book. However, the subject matter is of as much interest to me as is for most of us here this evening. I am particularly happy that a serious book dwelling on the contemporary politics and history of Kashmir has come out in Hindi. There are several thought provoking books in English, but I think this is the first serious attempt in Hindi to record the strife torn state's turbulent history in the context of the recent twists and turns to the issue. There are several aspects of the Kashmir problem, and as can be seen from the different chapters, the book deals with many of them. I am told that Sri Urmilesh undertook several visits to the state to study the problem, sharing the perceptions of the different people involved. These efforts, combined with his illustrious academic background, has helped him in presenting the subject matter in a perspective different from the routine. It is significant that such a book has come at a juncture when positive efforts are being made to find a lasting solution to the problem and to the related bigger issue of the normalization of Indo-Pak relations. As the author rightly argues, you have to understand the problem first to find a lasting and acceptable solution to it. I am sure this book, with its scope for wider reach to a larger cross section of our population, will help the country in understanding the problem in greater depth and then in addressing the issues involved. In the chapter Kashmir through Partition and Accession, the description of Mahatma Gandhi's first visit to Kashmir is very enlightening. According to the author, if the leadership had taken Gandhiji's views on the state and on its future with the deserving seriousness, the Kashmir problem would not have become so complex today. The chapter dealing with Sheikh Abdullah's arrest and the dismissal of his government elaborately deals with the issues that many observers feel to have ultimately led to the Kashmir crisis. The contribution of Sheikh Abdullah to the state and his efforts to build Kashmir are dealt with very sensitively in the book. There is and there will always be differences in perception on contentious issues, particularly so on an issue as complex as that of Kashmir. I believe that all issues relating to Kashmir, including the Indo-Pak dimension of the problem, can be solved through dialogue. The book also mentions about some missed occasions which could have had the potential of arriving at a compromise or a political settlement. However, that cannot affect adopting a positive and proactive approach by all the stakeholders in the issue today. Of course, there may be differences of opinion on some of the contentions the author makes, especially about the so-called politics behind the Kashmir problem. The perceptions of the common people who are always at the receiving end of social and political tensions, as also of the major players in the scene, assume great importance. Shri Urmilesh has blended these perceptions in his endeavor to make this study objective and relevant for the contemporary context. I am inclined to see the Kashmir issue with optimism. I believe this problem can be solved once for all. I am quite confident that we will achieve this objective in the near future.